10, 9, ignition sequence start, 6.
Hi, and welcome to Rocket Fuel, your daily update of everything that's happening in the Rocket Pool community. My name is Wack. Today is January 25th, and we're going to get started here with some really great milestone news, which is that we now have 3,500 node operators registered on Rocket Pool, which is absolutely tremendous. When you take that number at face value, that is better than almost every other alt layer 1 out there. And being built on Ethereum, it just shows you how strong Ethereum is. It's absolutely wonderful to see. When you look a little bit more closely at the number, though, it's not quite real in a sense, because this number is also counting those people who have shut down their validators and are no longer node operators. And it's also counting numbers from Allnodes, which is a chunk of numbers as well. It's a chunk of validators there with node operators on Allnodes. So if you don't count those two groups, then the real number is probably somewhere around 2,300, 2,250, maybe 2,500, but that's still a really strong showing. So that's excellent. It's really great that we've got that. So a huge congratulations goes out to Rocket Pool for reaching this milestone. Here we've got an update from Langers, and he says, hello everyone. The start of 2024 has been quite eventful as we eagerly anticipate the remainder of the year. We want to bring you up to speed on our roadmap progress. For the latest information, check out Dave's comprehensive Medium article covering the Houston and Saturn upgrades. So for Houston, he says the Houston upgrade is currently under audit. Our fantastic audit teams, Consensus Diligence and Sigma Prime, have been working hard to break Houston. Those audits are now wrapping up. For Houston, we decided to include an additional audit team to give us flexibility and to get fresh eyes on the Rocket Pool codebase. ChainSafe have joined the audit lineup and are almost midway through their audit. As usual, all audit reports will be made publicly available before launch. In addition to audits, Houston is being functionally tested with a smart node on our private devnet. Once this process is complete and the audits are finalized, we will look to deploy Houston on the Holeshki test network so everyone can give it a try. And then there's the update on RPIP 28 and RPIP 30, and they say these RPIPs have been ratified by the PDAO for inclusion in the protocol. Kane has been working on the RPIP 30 changes so that they can be released in the next audit cycle. We would like to get Houston out the door, and then we can lock in a release date. So RPIP 28 is the allowing deposits under the minimum. It says allows creating new mini pools even when under the minimum by supporting an atomic RPL stake and no deposit. And then we have RPIP 30 here, which is the staking rework, and says aligns RPL reward spend with RETH capacity created. And then there's an update on Saturn as well. And here they're saying the Saturn upgrade is in the research and analysis phase. This is exciting because all options are on the table. A rapid research incubation process has begun, and then there's a link to the forum to review the fantastic ideas submitted by the community. A big thank you to everyone who has submitted. The submissions are of high quality, and we have no doubt that they will help inform the future of Rocket Pool. Once the incubation process has concluded, we can start refining the ideas ready for design and implementation. Saturn has a long way to go, but we are leveraging the collective knowledge and passion from this amazing community. We look forward to an exciting 2024 Rocket Pool. So that's a really nice update from Langers, kind of letting us know where we stand with the different things that are going on. And, really hits home that this is going to be an incredibly busy 2024 for Rocket Pool. We've got so many exciting things that are going on, and I'm totally here for it. Okay, next we've got some wonderful news that really warmed my heart today. So, over the last few days, since the Nethermind issue on Sunday, there's been a whole lot of talk happening about client diversity and how everyone should be moving away from Geth just to protect themselves, if not to protect Ethereum as a whole. And a lot of big staking groups and entities took this really seriously and are making statements about how they want to plan to move away from Geth. Well, Allnodes here didn't just talk the talk, but they've also already walked the walk. So in yesterday's episode, I was talking about how they're already putting a testnet. They moved away from Geth on testnet. Well, today there's an announcement from them saying Important update, Allnodes has fully transitioned to Besu. No single Ethereum validator over 23,895 is on Geth anymore. Here comes a new era of innovation and stability for our staking validators and hosting services. It says stake ETH here, and then there's a link to their staking platform. So this is wonderful. And then Cookie Monster says, is this for Rocket Pool validators as well? And they said yes. And then a whole lot of people were like really supporting them. So here we have Schifrin, who's part of the GMC, he's the admin and part of the Rocket Pool community. We have Butter from Beacon Chain saying this is great, Jesse Polak from Base saying thank you for your service, and a whole bunch of people like really giving a huge shout out here. Decentralization says Coinbase Lido Finance, this is what can be done very easily. If you want to do more than just pretending, you'll fix the issue one day. And that maybe is being a little bit unfair, but it really does tell you about how quickly things can move if there's the will to do that. And Allnodes definitely deserve a huge kudos here for moving so quickly. And one of the things that I really heartened me to see was here. Butter asked them, he says, can someone confirm if they're using Geth as a fallover? And then no one really checked on that. So then Butter asked them himself in the Allnodes Discord, and Sephiroth, who I mentioned yesterday in the episode, said that they are not. So I presume they're using Nethermind as their fallback as well. So they've really played the game right here, and I'm extremely happy that they've acted so quickly. So this is really wonderful to see. And I really think that in the next few weeks, maybe a month, we'll start seeing more and more entities taking this really seriously, like Allnodes did, and making the moves that we really want to see. Okay, talking about moves being made, there's some changes happening with the GMC, and here there was an update from Schifrin saying Dr. Doofus joins the GMC. So he says the GMC is excited to announce that Dr. Doofus has joined the GMC. This change to our team is the result of Kent's decision to step down from his position due to a new full-time job that will require much more of his time. Kent has committed to continue his excellent contributions until the end of the current round. Despite stepping back, Kent remains a devoted RPL superfan and assures us that he will continue to offer his support to the best of his abilities. The GMC expresses gratitude to Kent for his energy and contributions thus far, and looks forward to seeing him remain a positive influence within the community. And this is in accordance with RPIP 6. It says if a vacancy occurs within 6 months of the previous election, the next highest vote recipient from the previous election shall be offered the seat, with the management committee going down the list of vote receiving nominees until the position is filled. The offered seat should be accepted or rejected with 1 week. So that was offered to Dr. Doofus, and Dr. Doofus accepted it. So it says the GMC warmly welcomes Dr. Doofus, a distinguished member of the Rocket Pool community, and expresses their gratitude for accepting this position. So I was kind of smiling there about the distinguished member of the Rocket Pool community. Dr. Doofus is definitely distinguished. I'll just leave it at that. Welcome. I'm so happy to have Dr. Doofus. I think it's going to be wonderful for everyone involved. Okay, next we've got this post here from Antheus Labs, and this is in response to a bounty that Valdorf wrote requesting a Rocket Pool scorecard. So here it says Antheus Labs has been working on a new Rocket Pool scorecard, and we're now seeking feedback on the design and user experience of the dashboard from the Rocket Pool community. It says no, we are not seeking feedback on the actual scores or the content. These will be part of milestone 2. So it says there's a link and you can have a look to see what it looks like. And there's about the scorecard. It says Rocket Pool strives to create the most optimized community governed liquidity staking protocol. This is why we created the Rocket Pool scoreboard. Please read our scores below and feel free to share the thoughts. So here there's like different kinds of metrics that Rocket Pool is succeeding at, and metrics where it is okay but could improve, and metrics where it needs improvement. And that kind of stuff. So that the content itself will be, going to the community later, but this is what they've asked for feedback for. And then, they're given a summary of self-assessment is crucial to Rocket Pool in order to determine areas in need of improvement in the protocol and the DAO as a whole. And they took the bounty, and then that's what they're trying to fulfill. So this is just a first like they're just trying to get community feedback. So if you are interested in giving feedback to this dashboard that's created this scorecard, then please respond in the Discord, in the DAO forum thread. And the reason why this bounty was created was because Lido have a service like this, like a Lido scorecard, and in their scorecard they have really good information about the status of Lido as a whole. And I think Waldorf, when he wrote the bounty, was kind of wanting to mirror that, and now we'll find out like what the next steps in that process will be. Okay, we've got a couple of client updates here that I wanted to give you information about. The first one here is a Nimbus update. So this is 24.1.2, which is a low urgency release, and it brings support for the Cancun and Deneb or Dencun update for Sepolia, and Chiado, which is the Gnosis chain testnet. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that's nice to know. And for Haleshki as well. So if you are running Nimbus on mainnet, it's not necessarily it's a low urgency update for you. Next, we have this update as well from Lighthouse, and this is a medium priority update, and it provides valuable features, performance improvements, and bug fixes for mainnet users. However, there was an issue with this update, as you can see over here. So the update that came out, there was it has breaking changes. So they're saying please refrain from updating just yet. You can update once that's fixed. So I think that's 4.6.1, I think, is the one that you should be looking out for. And let me see if that's actually come out already. No, 4.6.0 seems to be the latest one. So yeah, maybe don't update that just yet. And then we have this update from Sheen, who was hoping to. He was one of the people who switched from Geth to Nethermind, and they were having some issues with their performance, where the performance went down a little bit. So they reached out to the Nethermind people and said, hey, like, what can we do about this? So he said, I actually talked to Nethermind dev support about my issue, and this is what they said in case anyone's interested about the effect 1.26 will have. So they said that so it says, I have a situation which can work and make even better results, but it's a bit risky. Nethermind's current shape reached the ceiling with optimization, the current state database, but we're working on 3 different state redesigns, and one is live on the experimental version. It gives us crazy good results, not only for us, but a few Discord users also gave it a shot, and one even reached 99.9% effectiveness, which is truly mind-boggling. It says that's up to you if you want to try it. Some chances are that it will be officially released in March, because around Dencun times, not giving us flexibility to release big changes. So that's a little bit of alpha from the Nethermind team here, as reported by Sheen. So it's definitely something to look forward to for Nethermind users. Okay, for those of you who know, Dee McCartney here made a tool called Rocketsweep, and he is now working on updates for Rocketsweep. So he says, I'm mulling over how best to update the staked RPL visualization for the new system. Napkin sketched ideas are welcome. Motivations, the existing visual is misleading because close is more ideal than worrisome now. It's an opportunity to teach how the new curve works, and for reference, this is what the new this is the existing one. So I guess D McCartney is now kind of like seeking ideas. Waldorf says the red dash as is, green for 10 to 15%, and fade to yellow are 50% borrowed, where APR is like a fifth. Yellow after ? So there's already starting to get some feedback about what the numbers might look like. But if you're a Rocketsweep user, and if you enjoy mulling user experience issues, then get in touch with D McCartney. I'm sure that he'll be happy to get help about this topic. Okay, next we've got this update from Beefy, and Beefy are like they take the balancer liquidity providing token, and they kind of like optimize it and automate it for you. Well, Beefy now have a new pool that they're using, which is RPL-RETH, And with this, they are getting up to 7.2% rewards, and that is auto compounding. So if you are interested in using your RPL and RETH in Beefy, then you can throw it in there through Balancer, and you can get some really good rewards on that. Of course, interacting with DeFi is risky. Please be careful about that. And yeah, but it's looking pretty good though, because it's nice that they've got their first RPL vault, and the fact that it's a RPL RETH vault is really good, because we're improving liquidity on both our tokens, our Rocket Pool tokens, which is always great to see. Okay, so this is a really interesting perspective that's come up over the last few days. So Besu here, Patches a few days ago said that he was exiting all his validators, and Besu asked him, like, why are you exiting? And he said, mind your own business. But no, he actually went and gave some details, and I think this is a really interesting perspective here. So he says, I didn't like that we had 2 consensus bugs in as many weeks, and I don't currently have the infrastructure to run a minority client, so I exited them until I can, instead of carrying on with Geth. So he has 6 validators, and he says he's exiting all of them, but they'll all be back staking within the next couple of weeks. Besu said it's probably a good call, but most won't do the same. So now the reason to think about, why Patches is doing this is because if there is a bug in Geth, and Geth, has a catastrophic bug, then it could basically mess up all staked ETH, and it would be disastrous for Ethereum. And even like raw, like unstaked ETH would suffer as well, but it would, the chain would fork. There'd be 2 different versions of ETH, but with staked ETH, there'd be additional punishments like slashings and all that kind of stuff that would come into it. So I think Patches is kind of making a rational choice here, where he's like, I can willingly like lose a few weeks of staking rewards, maybe $100, maybe $500, but the cost of a bug on 6 validators worth of stake could be tens of thousands of dollars. So he just doesn't want to take the risk, and that kind of makes sense that he's doing that. So it makes sense that he's doing that. But they're already working on the rescue node coming onto Nethermind and Besu, and I think once that infrastructure is all set up, then Patches will be back and staking. Okay, we've got a couple of updates here about other things basically. So the first one is from EigenLayer, and they're updating their cap to raise it. And we thought this was going to happen this week, but they've moved it back by 1 week. So they're saying there's several staking parameters are going to be adjusted. So they're adding 3 new LSTs, that's Fraxes, SFRX ETH, METH, I think that's the Mantle ETH, and LS ETH, I'm not even sure who that's from, and said the 200,000 ETH individual caps on LSTs will be removed. And then they're saying decentralizing method capping the restaking points assigned to any LST or LRT or individual deposit at a maximum of 33% of the total. So they're adding those barriers now at 33%. This is the schedule for LST additions to the unpause phase has been shifted, and it's been delayed by 1 week. So that will start on February the 12th, and it will run until February the 9th instead of previously announced January 29th. And then after that time, the deposits will be paused again. So it says getting ready to engage in these exciting opportunities in ETH restaking February 5th. So now we've talked about restaking with EigenLayer. A whole lot of Rocket Pool people have deposited RETH in there, which is why I'm covering it. So if you have deposited RETH into EigenLayer, you are now possible that you can claim an airdrop. So here we have Allnodes airdrop season 1. So this is some new protocol that is launching. I'm not sure exactly what they do, but they have launched today, and they are now giving an airdrop to people who have earned 720 Eigen restaking points. So if you deposited 1 RETH into EigenLayer about 2 months ago, you should have enough, or maybe even just over a month ago, you should have enough points here to claim this airdrop. And 3% of the value of the protocol will be given out in this through people who have restaked with EigenLayer. So they have some information here. You can also go and read which LSTs. So there's Lidos, STETH, Swells, SWETH, Rocket Pool's RETH, Status, ETHX, Coinbase, Binance, Stakewise, Origin Protocol, and Anchor as well. So those are all the people who earn points with those tokens. And then you can see here that they have they're trading right now, and the tokens are around I want to say like 33 cents. So I think the airdrop amount, if you have more than 720 but less than 9,000 points, is 666 tokens. So you can get like $250 for free. If you have more than 9,000, then you get 1,667 tokens, which our current price is around $600. So that's not bad. They're pretty good, I think, for free. Also here we have a forum post from Open Dollar saying that their first community distribution, all RETH bridges to Arbitrum are eligible. So if you have bridged RETH to Arbitrum, then you are eligible for this airdrop from Open Dollar. I don't know much about this protocol. This is the first time I've heard about it, but they said, hello Rocket Pool community, Open Dollar has announced the first airdrop of our governance token ODG to begin DAO operations and elect delegates ahead of the mainnet launch scheduled for next month. As our new Arbitrum native CDP stablecoin protocol will support RETH as a collateral type from launch, we've included all our Rocket Pool users who've bridged RETH to the Arbitrum network before January 1st in this airdrop. This is to check your eligibility and claim your tokens on our governance dashboard powered by Tally here. And then there's a link. Eligible users will have 90 days to claim their tokens beginning today, January 17th, until April 17th. So this is from a few days ago, after which all unclaimed tokens will go to the DAO treasury. And then they've got a Tally link here as well, where you can claim your tokens. And I don't know if it's geographically locked or not, but 3,500 people have already claimed their tokens. So if you want to do that as well, you're welcome to check it out. But on that note, I'm going to end today's episode. So thank you all for watching, listening, and being part of the Rocket Fuel community. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.